After the Ridda Wars, a tribal chief of northeastern Arabia, Al-Muthanna ibn Haritha, raided the Persian towns in Mesopotamia, what is now Iraq. Abu Bakr was strong enough to attack the Persian Empire in the northeast and the Byzantine Empire in the northwest. There were three purposes for this conquest. 1. Along the borders between Arabia and these two great empires were numerous Arab tribes leading a nomadic life and forming a buffer-like state between the Persians and Romans. Abu Bakr hoped that these tribes might accept Islam and help their brethren in spreading it. 2. The Persian and Roman populations suffered with very high taxation laws. Abu Bakr believed that they might be persuaded to help the Muslims, who agreed to release them from the excessive tributes. 3. Two gigantic empires surrounded Arabia, and it was unsafe to remain passive with these two powers on its borders. Abu Bakr hoped that by attacking Iraq and Syria he might remove the danger from the borders of the Islamic State. With the success of the raids, a considerable amount of booty was collected. Al-Muthanna ibn Haritha went to Medina to inform Caliph Abu Bakr about his success and was appointed commander of his people, after which he began to raid deeper into Mesopotamia. Using the mobility of his light cavalry he could easily raid any town near the desert and disappear again into the desert, into which the Sassanid army was unable to chase them. Misnah's acts made Abu Bakr think about the expansion of the Rashidun Empire. To be certain of victory, Abu Bakr made two decisions concerning the attack on Persia. First, the invading army would consist entirely of volunteers, and second, to put in command of the army his best general, Khalid ibn al-Walid. After defeating the self-proclaimed prophet Musaylama in the Battle of Yamama, Khalid was still at al-Yamama when Abu Bakr sent him orders to invade the Sassanid Empire. Making al-Hira the objective of Khalid, Abu Bakr sent reinforcements and ordered the tribal chiefs of northeastern Arabia, Misnah ibn Haris, Mazur bin Adi, Harmala, and Sulma to operate under the command of Khalid along with their men. Around the third week of March 633, first week of Muharram 12th Hijra, Khalid set out from al-Yamama with an army of 10,000. The tribal chiefs, with 2,000 warriors each, joined Khalid, so Khalid entered the Persian Empire with 18,000 troops. After entering Mesopotamia with his army of 18,000, Khalid won decisive victories in 4 consecutive battles: the Battle of Chains, fought in April 633, the Battle of River, fought in the third week of April 633 AD, the Battle of Walaja, fought in May 633, where he successfully used a double envelopment maneuver, and the Battle of Ola, fought in the mid of May, 633 AD. The Persian court, already disturbed by internal problems, was thrown into chaos. In the last week of May 633, the important city of Hira fell to the Muslims after their victory in the siege of Hira. After resting his armies, in June 633 Khalid laid siege to the city of Al-Anbar, which resisted and eventually surrendered after a siege of a few weeks in July 633 after the siege of Al-Anbar. Khalid then moved towards the south, and conquered the city of Ain-ul-Tamr after the Battle of Ain-ut-Tamr in the last week of July, 633. At this point, most of what is now Iraq was under Islamic control. Khalid got a call of help from northern Arabia at Damat-ul-Jandal, where another Muslim Arab general, Ayaz bin Ghanem, was trapped among the rebel tribes. Khalid went to Damat-ul-Jandal and defeated the rebels in the Battle of Damat-ul-Jandal in the last week of August, 633. Returning from Arabia, he got news of the assembling of a large Persian army. He decided to defeat them all separately to avoid the risk of being defeated by a large unified Persian army. 4 divisions of Persian and Christian Arab auxiliaries were present at Hanafas, Zumil, Sunni, and Musi. Khalid devised a brilliant plan to destroy the Persian forces. He divided his army in 3 units, and attacked the Persian forces in well-coordinated attacks from 3 different sides at night, starting from the Battle of Musi, then the Battle of Sunni, and finally the Battle of Zumail during November 633. These devastating defeats ended Persian control over Mesopotamia, and left the Persian capital Ctesiphon unguarded and vulnerable to Muslim attack. Before attacking the Persian capital, Khalid decided to eliminate all Persian forces in the south and west. He accordingly marched against the border city of Firaz, where he defeated the combined forces of the Sassanid Persians, the Byzantine Romans and Christian Arabs in the Battle of Firaz in December 633. This was the last battle in his conquest of Mesopotamia. While Khalid was on his way to attack Qadisiyah, a key fort in the way to the Persian capital Ctesiphon, he received a letter from Caliph Abu Bakr and was sent to the Roman front in Syria to assume the command of the Muslim armies to conquer Roman Syria.